Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young man named David. David was an introvert and often found himself feeling lonely and disconnected from others. He longed for companionship but struggled to break out of his shell. One day, as David sat on a park bench, lost in his thoughts, he noticed an elderly woman feeding pigeons nearby. Intrigued by her peaceful demeanor, he mustered up the courage to strike up a conversation. Her name was Margaret, and she had a warmth in her eyes that immediately put David at ease. Over the next few weeks, David and Margaret met regularly in the park. They shared stories, laughed, and even shed tears together. Margaret, having experienced her fair share of loneliness in the past, understood David's pain all too well. She encouraged him to embrace his uniqueness and reminded him that true connections could be found in unexpected places. Inspired by Margaret's wisdom, David decided to step outside his comfort zone. He joined a local club where people with similar interests gathered. Initially nervous, he soon discovered that he wasn't alone in his search for companionship. As he engaged in conversations and shared his passions, he met others who, like him, had been longing for meaningful connections. One person he met was Emily, a kind-hearted musician who shared David's love for playing the guitar. They quickly became close friends, spending countless hours discussing music, dreams, and life. Through their friendship, David realized that true companionship wasn't about the number of friends one had but about the depth of the connection. One summer evening, David invited both Margaret and Emily to his favorite spot in the park, a serene garden filled with blooming flowers. They sat together on a bench, relishing the joy of their newfound friendship. David felt grateful for the journey that had led him to this moment, surrounded by two incredible people who had touched his life in different ways. As the sun began to set, Margaret turned to David and said, "Loneliness can feel like an endless road, but sometimes all it takes is a single step towards someone who understands. Remember, you are never truly alone as long as you open your heart to the possibility of connection." Tears welled up in David's eyes as he realized the profound truth behind Margaret's words. He had discovered that friendships can heal wounds, mend broken hearts, and ignite the spark of hope within the loneliest of souls. And so, as David, Margaret, and Emily sat together, basking in the golden hues of the sunset, they knew that their bond would endure. They had found solace, love, and companionship in each other, reminding them all that the journey from loneliness to connection is a beautiful one, worth embarking upon. Remember, dear viewers, no matter how lonely you may feel, there are people out there waiting to share their lives with you. Take a step forward, open your heart, and embrace the power of connection. You never know what incredible friendships and beautiful moments lie ahead.